We're about to break some news with Malik Hartford, who's about to make one football program really happy. As a four-star safety in the class of 23, he is going to make his commitment. Cincinnati is his hometown school, playing football just outside the city in the suburbs. They were the first major offer, but the Buckeyes made an offer as well. We know what that offer means in that state. He has a bunch of other offers from the likes of Notre Dame, Michigan, Michigan State. This is what his commitment would do to the school's rankings in the composite for the class of 23. Notre Dame right now has the #1 recruiting class in the country. They would stay #1. Ohio State would move from 8th to 6th. For Cincinnati, it would move them from 14th to 8th in the ranking. So, find out what he decides, right? Malik Hartford joining us live from just outside Cincinnati. He's there with his mother, his father, and his younger brother. Malik, we've got a couple of the schools up that you're deciding between. I'm guessing it really came down to the hometown team, Cincinnati, and Ohio State, but we also have Notre Dame and Alabama listed as well. They were a couple of late offers for you. So take your time and do it in your own way. Tell us where you're going.
First off, I want to thank God for blessing me with this opportunity. I also want to thank my coaches, my family, my teammates, and my friends. I couldn't have asked for a better group of supporters. I want to say thank you to all the coaches that have reached out to me during this recruiting process. They have made this an amazing experience for me and my family. But with that being said, I'll be furthering my athletic and academic career at the Ohio State University.
Congratulations, Malik, choosing the Ohio State University. How close was it between Ohio State and Cincinnati, where you grew up?
It was definitely a close run. You know, they're both right in my backyard. I get to see them frequently, so it definitely came down to the wire.
So you grew up there in Cincinnati, and the program has just skyrocketed going to the college football playoff last season. But I know what Ohio State means in that state and in that region. Growing up, being a football fan, who was your team?
To be honest with you, I'm a Maine kid, so I never really had a college football team. I stayed watching the NFL.
Hey, I lived in the Northeast for a few years. I know what that's all about. You go to a Buffalo Wild Wings on a Saturday, it's all soccer. It's not college football. But we love college football here at CBS Sports HQ. Tell us why Ohio State is the place for you.
Just the overall program. It's a great program. I have plenty of opportunities going there, and I want to get developed, and they can do that.
Your little brother looks like a kid who might have some opinions. Where did he want you to go?
I don't know where he wanted me to go. Probably somewhere close so we didn't have to drive far for my games.
Well, you are staying in state there. What are you going to be bringing to Columbus and Ohio State University?
I'm going to be a hard worker, give effort on every play. And, you know, I love the game, so I'm going to give it my all.
We've read a lot of stuff and heard a lot of stuff about how smart you are, not just on the field but in the classroom. What's your GPA at these days?
A 4.2.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be 4 or above. How do you go above 4? I thought 4 was the cutoff. Now you're above 4.2. How?
So we have a thing, and it's the weighted GPA, and it's like if you take classes above your grade. So technically, I'm taking like college-level classes.
Starting to see why so many schools thought so highly of you, because it's not just the football mind you bring, but everything. And I'm sure your parents and your younger brother are very, very proud of you. Congratulations. Can't wait to watch you at the Horseshoe.
Thank you.
Malik Hartford committing to the Ohio State University in the class of 23. That moves the Buckeyes from the number 8 class in 23 to the number 6 class in the country in 23. So let's bring in our 24/7 sports recruiting expert, Alan True. Alan, what kind of a boon is this for the Ohio State Buckeyes? We know they kind of have their pick of the litter, but this was a kid that, they kind of came in a little bit late with him being a hometown Cincinnati guy that some thought might stay home.
Yeah, and in addition to that, like he said, he wasn't this born and bred Ohio kid who grew up watching Buckeye football every Saturday. So this wasn't your average in-state get for Ohio State. They had to work for this one a little bit. And when you look at the other programs that came at him, he visited Notre Dame late. Marcus Freeman has a lot of name recognition in that Cincinnati area. Michigan was in there. Alabama came in and tried to get him late. So this was a very good win for Ohio State and a good win for Perry Eliano, who recruited him. He's new to the staff. And when Ryan Day makes a hire, recruiting is a big part of the people he chooses. And this is a really, really good pickup for Perry Eliano and the rest of the Ohio State staff.
Yeah, I wonder if Coach doing the gritty had a little bit something to do with that. There was a tweet that Malik sent out with him and Coach Eliano doing the gritty. How about Ohio State in the class of 23, moving from 8th to 6th? What have they done so far, and what else do they need to do in that class?
Yeah, well, this filled a big need now. They had Sonny Styles reclassify from this class into the previous year's class, so they now have Malik Hartford and Cedric Hawkins as their safeties in this class. That fills that need immediately. They're number 6 in the country. I think there's still plenty of meat on the bone for them to rise up the rankings. Still some top targets out there for them that they're in on. Notre Dame has a nice lead right now at number 1 in the country, but this was one that both schools were in on. If he had gone to Notre Dame, they stretched that lead out even more. But with this, Ohio State now closing that gap between them and the Irish, and you can never count them out as being a school that can finish 1, 2, or 3 in the national recruiting rankings.
Alan True from 24/7 Sports here with us as we break down the commitment for Malik Hartford going to Ohio State University. And these commitments brought to us by our friends at 24/7 Sports. Check out the website. They've got everything, including transfer portal rankings, which are becoming more and more and more important and interesting as we get more and more transfers in college sports. It's your team all the time at 24/7 Sports.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.